Just changing my stream title here. Thumbnail. I don't need any thumbnail. Maybe I'll change the thumbnail later. I don't really have a thumbnail. Looks like I'm live. I think. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go check my iPad and see if I'm actually live or not. Don't really care if anyone watches or not. I just want to see if I'm live.
We are.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Play another video. Smart. Real smart. It's like lag. Alright, it's working though. Alright. Cool. I have on the bench, this is not what I'm going to be working on. This is my test MacBook Air. I think it's a 2014 Air. I'm going to take the logic board out of this computer and send it to the customer because I'm tired of shipping the same board back after fixing it. Yep, so this is a MacBook Air 2014 13-inch MacBook Air. The board that's in this machine has been tested thoroughly and works, including the Wi-Fi. We are going to take this board out of this computer and use it to test the Wi-Fi on, or well, maybe not. First, let's open the box before we jump the gun here. We don't necessarily need to use this computer right now. I wanted to do this live because you guys get to see me open the box. I have not opened the box yet since I got it back. See if we can open it without cutting the logic board in half. All right. Here's this board again. We're going to do a visual inspection under the microscope first, because I want to see if anything is missing or my scope cam. Alright. Let's take a look and see. We'll do a visual inspection first. This is just kind of, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants right now, kind of trying to figure out what's going on with this board, because I'm frankly tired of looking at it. I want to just break it in half. Why is my scope camera so blurry? Alright. So this resistor right here was what was missing before, and somehow it ties into Wi-Fi. I don't know how it does. I can't remember, but it was missing. And here's our Wi-Fi. That's our Wi-Fi chip right here. I remember I replaced this component. That component was damaged. Yeah, I remember I did board repair on this. I had to replace this wire here. So I guess what I can do, what I'm going to do is test. I'm going to test the Wi-Fi and see. Overhead camera. Okay, we're going to put it in that chassis real quick. Excuse me, just a moment. All right, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. We're going to pull the board out of this because I know this board works. It's been thoroughly tested for the past few days. It's the same exact spec of this board. So since this is live and I'm not going to edit it, I'm going to go ahead and pull the board out. I apologize if I'm not talking a whole lot, but I'm irritated at this logic board. I don't understand it. I tested it when I sent it out, and then the customer came back and said the Wi-Fi wasn't working, so they shipped it back to me, and then I found a missing resistor, so I replaced it, got the Wi-Fi working again, shipped it back to him, and then the Wi-Fi stopped working yet again. And so I'm just at a loss for what's going on here. Unplug the battery, take out the SSD. This board is in, sorry, I keep sniffing. This board is in fantastic shape though. I mean, I don't think I worked on this board at all. I'll be sending this board to them so they don't have to hassle with that board again. So we're actually multitasking here. I'm taking out this board because I'm going to ship it out to them. And we're going to test the other board. So that screw missing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I had a missing fan screw. I wonder why that is. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is one of my machines, so I don't care. Yeah, this board is in fantastic shape, so I'm happy to be sending this to them so they don't have to deal with it anymore. Take our Wi-Fi adapter off here, Wi-Fi slash Bluetooth. We're going to steal the fan and everything off of here. We're not going to send that out. Same with the heat sink and everything. Clean the thermal paste off of here. Okay. All right, we'll have to apply a warranty sticker on that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and throw some new thermal paste on here. Arctic MX4 is what I'm using at the moment. Spread that out. We're just going to confirm that Wi-Fi is in fact not working before we get to troubleshooting or anything. Not saying I don't believe them, but I've had weirder things happen. I've had people swear up and down that there's something wrong with their computer and that when I get it, it works. I've had to send them videos to prove it. I'm not going to put that on. Don't worry about that. Test SSD in here. Now this is the same logic board that I just pulled out of that box. I set it right here. No funny business going on. I did not switch the board out or anything. I'm just going to throw a couple logic board screws back in here to keep it in. Come on, keyboard cable. Trackpad cable. Thought about recording this, but I think it'd be better to do it live. Because then I'm not editing anything. Why are you not working? Come on. This thing doesn't want to go in. Why are you fighting with me? Come on. What is going on here? Oh wow, jeez, the keyboard connector has been murdered. Awesome, that's great. So we're going to replace that now. There's a bunch of stuff inside there. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, this board is definitely going to get a new keyboard connector. That thing's been butchered. I can't even get the trackpad cable in here. I don't even think that's going to work. Oh, well, all we need to do is get it to... we don't need a keyboard backlight either, though. Screw it. Bollocksed up that keyboard connector big time. We're not even going to tuck these Wi-Fi antennas in. We're just going to snap them into the module and let them hang free. It's going to be like a 5-minute test. Takes me longer to put this thing back together than it will to test it. Are you powering on there, guy? Oh yeah, this is a 3437, so it's got to turn on and off and on and off and on. You got the fan spinning on high. That's awesome. Probably because my trackpad cable's ruined. I don't care. All we're trying to do is look at Wi-Fi. Spin away, fans. Spin away. I don't care. There. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Awesome timing. Alright. So I can see the Wi-Fi logo there. Well, that's going to show me Bluetooth. Will show me devices it's trying to connect to. We'll go to network. So the board works, but status Bluetooth pan is not connected. Wi-Fi. Yeah, so turn Wi-Fi on. Yeah, so Wi-Fi is not working again. Alright, so if we show networks. Yep, no, they're networks. Alright. So Wi-Fi indeed is not working. Are you going to turn off MacBook? Or are you just going to think about it? Here, let me help you. Battery's unplugged. So it definitely isn't working. Now we have to troubleshoot why we have no Wi-Fi again. I just think this board was destined to not have Wi-Fi on it. Well, I know it needs a new keyboard connector. And I need a new trackpad. Or a touchpad cable. Because I ruined that one. Trying to shove it in there when there's debris in the trackpad connector. Somehow that got ruined. So I'll have to replace that too. I don't care about that right now. All I care about is getting Wi-Fi working again. We're going to throw this touchpad cable away now that I ruined it. Yeah, it's nice and ruined. It's okay. I got about 50 more of them, so it doesn't matter. They're going to turn into a 3-hour MacBook Air logic board repair just because it has no Wi-Fi. Not likely. Once again, we're going to inspect our Wi-Fi circuit. Or Wi-Fi circuit. I want to keep this card plugged in because I want to test some signals on the Wi-Fi circuit. Gosh, I'm sorry. Just a minute. Sure, I decided to start a live stream and my throat's dry. Alright, let's see, why is our Wi-Fi not working? First thing I'm going to do is pull up Flex Board View. We're going to open a 3437 board view and schematic. Come down to our Wi-Fi area. U5740 is our airport current sense. So you have to have some signals coming to this chip in order for it to work. So you need to have PP3V3. Oh no, that's out. Or no, in. Is it in or out? Yeah, PP3V3 wireless LAN is going out from this chip. We need PP3V3 wireless LAN R. That's going in. We need PP3V3 S4 switch SNS. Powers our U5740. Kind of getting my bearings here, trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's weird. They covered the Wi-Fi chip. Normally they put dabs of glue on the sides of it, I think. Did they do that to this board? Oh no, they covered it. Yeah. Alright, let's see. See what we're getting. Get my power cable out here. Turn on the multimeter. Yeah, U3550 is our Wi-Fi chip, sorry. My mistake. Is our 3v3 wireless LAN switch. Yeah. So in order for this to turn on, we need PP3v3 S5 and SMC Wi-Fi power enable. If we get both of those signals, this chip will output PP3v3 wireless LAN R. Which, if you follow, that goes to our pin 1 on our airport card slot. So let's measure that. Let's measure SMC Wi-Fi power enable first. Where's an easy place? Oh, there's test points right here next to this resistor. I'm very annoyed right now. Cannot concentrate. Let's see. I'm gonna leave you guys on the board view while I measure. So here's our SMC. Okay. I'm trying to click on Flexboard View in OBS. That's hilarious. Alright, so let's check. Let's check if we have an enable from our SMC. It's 37 millivolts, and I'm pretty sure that's not right. So our SMC is not putting out that signal now. Come on, PDF, open. We're going to search the PDF and see. So that comes from the SMC. So our SMC is not sending out the SMC Wi-Fi power enable signal. What about what about PP3V3S5? Is that showing up? Well, it has to be because the computer's coming on. That's an S5 power rail, so of course it's going to be there. I mean, we'll measure it just because, but it's an S5 power rail. Yes, that is 3v3 S5 is present. So it was safe to say that our SMC is the culprit. So if I had to guess, I would say our SMC is the problem. Now why all of a sudden it decided not to work, I don't know. I've had this logic board for a long time, so it could have very well be the solder balls underneath of it. And those solder balls don't look that bad. Well, they're kind of stretched out a little bit. So let's reball the SMC, why not, huh? Okay. The only bad thing about this is if I reball the SMC, the chances are I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to ruin my cool little jumper wire. Oh, maybe not. Well, I'm going to turn on the fume extractor and all that. And we're gonna reball this SMC, because why not? I don't have anything else to do. Did my stream die? No, it's just lagging. I got quite a bit of lag going. Awesome. Oh well, I'm recording this anyway, so I can upload it if this is not good. You know what? Maybe we'll reflow the SMC first. Yeah, let's reflow it, let's reflow the SMC first, and if that fixes it, we'll reball it. I'm just curious to see if this will fix it or not. We'll just reball it, or reflow it right now for a minute, and then we'll reball it after. Just get it nice and hot and get it to wiggle around for a second, which shouldn't take long. I don't know if I ever reballed this or just reflowed it or whatever. Don't have any notes on this board, unfortunately. Come on. Dance, little SMC, dance. I think my heating element's going out on my quick. I need a new one. There we go. Reflow the SMC. Ugh, those balls look horrible. Yep, I think I'm gonna. I might reball it anyway. I mean, that thing's sitting crooked. Those are all nice and smashed. Oh, they look better. They actually don't look too bad. Huh, actually doesn't look too bad. Clean that off with some IPA and let it cool down. See what happens. Put it on the fan and let it cool off a little bit. It's still kind of hot. Stream seems to be lagging a lot. Maybe the SMC is dead. I got sick of all the Wi-Fi shenanigans and just said, "All right, you're never getting Wi-Fi again. At least not for me." Alright, let's plug in our DCM board and everything and see what happens now. We're going to put it back to where we measured on that one resistor before, or that area where the resistor used to be, or it's a no stuff, sorry. I'm an idiot. Well, hello. Alright, let's see. What do we have for Wi-Fi enable now? We have 342. So our SMC is now putting out the enable signal for Wi-Fi, which just means it was a crappy solder ball job on the SMC. That's all it took. Needless to say, this board is staying here. It's not going back to the customer. This is going to become part of my private stash. Yeah, those solder balls were stretched out before I reflowed the SMC. They're nice and squat now, so we'll go ahead, turn off the fume extractor, clean this a little more, and then I'm going to put it into the chassis again and test it. To make sure the Wi-Fi is working, and then I'll also replace that touchpad cable connector. Because I don't know if you saw it before, but it's broken. Sorry, I gotta switch to OBS because the YouTube thing is like 5-second lag, so I can't look up and see what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, I damaged that pin right there, but there's stuff inside there that wasn't there, that stuff was there. This keyboard connector or touchpad connector is in not that great a condition. I don't know where all that stuff came from. It's chunks of plastic. Yeah, it's chunks of plastic. How did chunks of plastic get inside the keyboard connector? I don't understand this. Huh. Needless to say, we're going to switch to overhead. Take off our test DCN. I mean, for all I know, this SMC could be toast too. I could have reflowed it. It'll work for, it'll work for a little while, and then it'll die again. Something else will go wrong. Who knows? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit. But it won't matter because it's going to be in my possession, so I don't care. Still, logic board's a troublemaker, man. 2 times I shipped this thing out. 2 times. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing there for a second. We're going to definitely put a new touchpad connector on there. That one's not staying. I don't like it. It's not in good condition. May even reflow the SMC. I don't know. We do need a new touchpad cable though. Let's see if I can plug this in without damaging it. The cable, that is. The connector's toast. I can't, for some reason I can't get the stuff out of it. There's like plastic stuck in there. Not exactly sure why. Alright, we're not going to put the battery in this time. We're just going to power it from the DC power supply. Alright, it's got to turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on. Do its little power cycling thing. Once again, due to the lag on on YouTube, I'm about to use OBS to wait for the logo to pop up because I'm not going to sit and wait for the lag to subside. Of course, since I don't have a battery in it, it's going to take forever to boot. Because Apple. I apologize to you guys for the lag. I have an excellent connection though, from what YouTube's thing tells me. And I can already see that the Wi-Fi is working because the Wi-Fi little antenna, the little broadcast symbol is white instead of opaque or like grayed out. So I'm pretty sure we fixed it. Well, I know we fixed it because we now have the Wi-Fi enable signal coming from the SMC is now 3.42 volts instead of 39 millivolts. Or are you going to make a liar out of me and still not work? Ooh, this thing's taking forever to boot up. Come on. Oh yeah, he was just messing with me. Well, as you can see, we now have a list of Wi-Fi networks available. So we have fixed the problem. Turns out Oh, the fan is still spinning fast. Yeah, it's not. It's angry. This board is angry. Oh, wait. Is it because I didn't... Oh, I don't have the... I don't have the DC and cable plugged in. Is that why? Is that why you're mad? Let's try that again and see. Or is my touchpad messed up? No, it can't be. I think it's because I didn't have the flex coming from the DC board to the logic board. Yeah, it's quiet now. Yep, I'm on OBS. I mean, I have OBS running because I'm recording this as well. I've been having internet connection issues lately. Like my internet will just, or my Wi-Fi, well, yeah, my internet will just drop. There's a couple days where it did it about 6 or 7 times. It's really annoying, and I'm worried that if I wanted to live stream this, because I wanted to pull this board out of the box as it was shipped to me to know that I didn't tamper with it, and I wanted to fix it on live stream. I wanted to repair the no Wi-Fi. For no reason other than just to do it live, so there's no funny business going on. Like, I can't switch out boards and go, oh yeah, the Wi-Fi was already working. Nope, fan's still spinning fast. Did I ruin my... I wonder if I ruined the trackpad. Or if it's probably just the connector. That connector is toast. I'm gonna have to fix it. Or remove it and replace it. Pretty sure. Because that's a good cable. A good touchpad cable. Anyway, yep. It's fixed. The Wi-Fi is working again. It was the SMC. The balls under the SMC were probably not the best. Probably wasn't the best solder job in the world. That's right. I mean, I've had this board for a long time. It's probably one I repaired a while ago, and didn't do a very good job replacing the SMC. I've probably done hundreds, or not hundreds, maybe 30 SMCs, 40 SMCs since I've done this. Yeah, I bet it. Oh yeah, that plastic is covering the pins in this connector, so. Did I replace this connector already once? No, I don't think so. I'm going to. That looks horrible. If I should go ahead and do it now. Yeah, recording and viewing when on YouTube can cause lagging. Yeah, well, it's YouTube's fault, not mine. My computer is more than adequate, and I've live streamed and recorded at the same time. It's so hit and miss. I've had like 3 live stream recordings go without a hitch, and then, you know, once in a while it'll lag, and it's okay. I'm not super concerned about it. I'm gonna rip this connector off this board so I know to replace it. Oh, yeah, let's not use thermal paste. Oh, that's how tired I am. I almost tried to desolder a trackpad connector with thermal paste. That would not end well. Ah, good thing you guys didn't see that. It's about to desolder this connector with solder paste. Thermal paste. And I dripped it all over the board. What is the matter with you, man? What is your problem tonight? I know you're frustrated, but you fixed it again. I've now fixed this board like 5 times. I'm going to fix you for the last time, and I'm going to put you into my 2014 MacBook Air, and you're going to be banned from being sold until I'm absolutely desperate and I have no other choice. After I run out of A20347 logic boards that I've got lying around, which is not likely because I have about 15 of them. Alright. You no longer cut the mustard there, Mr. Connector. So you are going away. I don't know why I'm taking it out on this connector. It's not its fault. I just feel like destroying something. Irritated. Die, connector, die. Oh, I don't want to melt the keyboard backlight connector, though. That one's in great shape. Die. Get off. Off my board. Goodbye. At this point, I don't even really care if I destroy this logic board either. I'm so angry. Oh shoot, I forgot about these pins and the anchors in the front. Of course, I'm kidding. I don't really want to ruin this logic board. It works just fine. Stuck to my tweezers. I am doing this the really inconvenient way. I should have the board flipped around like this. That's much better for my right-handedness. But that flux really puts off a glare, doesn't it? Test points all oxidized. There we go, nice clean solder pads for our new connector. Solder not sticking for some reason. What did you just click on the mouse? Just hit my mouse with my hand. Why is my soldering station up that high? Had my soldering station up way too high. Ouch. About 100 degrees higher than I normally have it. Stick now? Sorry, it's blurry because the flux is shiny. I don't think I have enough solder on this anchor pad here. Let's see, do we have a connector sitting over here somewhere? Nope, that's not right. Excuse me for a minute, I gotta find my connector box. Screws. A1466 connectors. So I got a nice little organizer box of connectors that I've taken off of boards and stuff, donor boards. I like having this stuff pulled off the board already before I need it. We're gonna use a new one. Why not? We'll use a new connector. Fresh out of the cut tape. Brand new, brand spanking new high rose connector. Straight out of the cut tape. I want to open the latch. Alright, now we're gonna move the board off the table here. We're going to use our hot air to melt the connector down. Get the air hose a little closer. Just like that, and we'll clear any shorts that or any bridged connections we have. We'll let that cool off for a minute. Okay, we just wanted to get those front anchor pads down so it's nice and solid to start with. Excellent. And now we're gonna put some more flux and we'll add some more solder on these back pins here. This is not the only way to do this. This is just the way that I do it. I know some people actually use hot air on the connector itself. I've never had any luck with that. Put a little too much solder on there. This takes a little bit of patience. Like I said, this may not be the most perfect way to do it, but it works for me most of the time. Except this side always seems to be the hardest. It's that little last little set of keyboard, or last set of pins. Come on. Release. There we go. Okay, now don't do anything silly and touch that again. Alright, let's check and see if these are all soldered. Solid, yep. Maybe. Yep. Yep, they're pretty solid. Except I don't like the way that looks right there. Got a kind of a bridge. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and clean that up and make sure we don't have any bridges. Say I'm happy with those results. Hey Micro Mage, how's it going? See if I can get this flux out of here now. Try to be a little gentle so we don't rip our locking bar off, our brand new connector. Just want to get the majority of that flux out of there. Really don't care if some remains. Cool. Doesn't look like we have any solder bridges. Although we are leaving behind some fibers from our cotton swab, which we don't want to do. Not a professional cotton swabber. These are even the name brand ones, and they're not the greatest. Get all those fibers off. Good enough. This is my board anyway, I don't care. I'm gonna hit it with some dust off. See if I can kick some of that stuff out of there. A little more. It's my MO, striving for perfection and taking forever. Alright, good enough. We'll put that back in our test housing to see if the fan is still spinning fast. Maybe we ruined our touchpad with all of our nonsense. Or maybe the SMC is acting up again. Don't say that. Because it might. It might. Oh, sorry. Go to overhead. Just had to replace that connector. How long is this streaming going? An hour and a half. Yikes. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put this back in. We're going to fully assemble this because this is my computer. And I don't care if there's a little bit of flux left on the board. Come on, you silly little fan shroud. Where is the hole? There we go. You'd think I'd never done this before. Holy moly. I'm starting to wonder. How many MacBook Airs have you fixed? Hundreds. I am not liking this water spot though. Or water stain. Good enough. Put you in our nice brand new touchpad connector. Of course you're not going to go in easy. Why would you go in easy? No bent pins. Lining you up. Wow. I think it's time for me to go drink. This is ridiculous, man. I can't even get this to go in. Why? What is going on here? Is this not the right cable? Or what's going on here? It's a 1604. Do I need a 1603? No. No. 1603 is not correct. 1430 is not correct. 1428 is not correct. It's got to be 1406, but why? Don't understand why it's not going into my connector. Can you even see what I'm doing? See that? Like, it will not, the cable won't go in. Dude, I'm about to rage quit. Why? What is going on here? Did I just ruin that one too, didn't I? Me. Slightly bent it. I'm not understanding why this is not working. See that? Oh. Try this one again. It's almost like there's something stuck in the new connector. There's like a bent pin. Let's pull the board out again and see. The board's just sitting in here anyway. I don't understand. This should not be this difficult. The ribbon cable should literally just slide right into that connector. Let's see. Oh, there's some bent pins. How did that happen? Aha. It should easily be rectified with an X-Acto blade. Why are those bent? Too much heat? Maybe. Huh. Yep. Guess that connector is messed up. Okay. Probably too much heat. And that's cable ruin number 2. Like I said, I don't care. I've got plenty of them. I'm not exactly sure how I bent or ruined those pins. Probably too much heat. I don't know. No, that was the other side with the bridge. The bridge was on the left side. This is on the right side. Which I don't understand because that... I don't know. Either way, we're going to put another one on. We're not going to do a different method though. We're going to just use a soldering iron this time. I guess I'm just an idiot tonight. Haha. That was fun. Alright, we're going to try this again. Only this time we're not going to use hot air. We're going to use the ultra surgical method and use a hot air soldering, or not hot air, a soldering iron. I'm tired. That's my excuse. Too much work. Don't want to work anymore. Yeah, I would have tried that, but check card trick. I already removed the connector though. The video's lagging big time. Sorry, that connector's already been ripped. You know what? I'm gonna use another new one. I really like those new ones. They solder really easy. Put another new one on there. Only this time let's not use hot air. The old ones seem to do better with the hot air station. Are you in Germany? I am not in Germany, my friend. I am in Michigan, in the United States. But it's 8:03 p.m. here, and I've been working since 7 o'clock in the morning, and I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you do some simple math, you know that I've been running on about 4 hours of sleep. Wow, this thing doesn't want to open either. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me mess up a bunch of connectors. Always happy to put a show on for my audience. Jeez, this thing doesn't want to open at all. Put on a show of ineptitude. You guys are probably thinking this guy's a loser, man. He cannot solder a connector. Like, what is wrong with him? You're from Germany, awesome. Yeah, if any of you guys have repair videos on your channels, let me know. I'll be sure to watch them and subscribe. Let's see if that worked. Was I able to secure those? Not that one. Did get this one though. Oh, hello. No. Still not soldered, huh? How did I get that side and I didn't get this side? You know what? I'm gonna pull on the microscope here real quick. Yeah, I've taken most of them off donor boards for sure. Oh, I did get it soldered. Why is it not staying on then? Oh, because I melted the side a little bit maybe? Well, where am I? Those pins look great though. We'll take that. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I have tons of donor boards. I have lots of donor boards. Oof, that alignment's off a little bit. Alright. I know I might jack this connector up too, but I'm going to hot air it into plate. I'm going to move it over with the hot air, because I want those pins to be aligned perfectly. We'll see what happens. Give it some hot air and move it over a little bit. Just give it a little nudge. There you go. I like that. Did we melt the connector again? Nope. We didn't. Good. Alright, perfect. I like taking a board that had no Wi-Fi and turning it into a nightmarish keyboard connector replacement. And that's not perfectly aligned either, but it's a lot better than it was, and that's gonna work. So we're gonna call that acceptable. Yeah, I usually solder these from the backside. I usually don't have a problem with it, but I guess I overheated the first one and melted it enough to where those pins were sticking up and I couldn't get the cable in. So rather than messing with it, I have my gun set at 430. I always leave it there. I never change it. I probably should. Try to use a little tiny bit of solder. But a question, how they make that at the factory? I believe they use a wave, it's a wave flow oven, so I think the components are placed on the machine or on the board and then they're ran over I'm not sure. Could be wave flow soldered probably. I'm not 100% sure. Oof, man, these things really want to fight with me. There we go. Good. All right, let's test those and see. Yeah, I think it's called a wave oven or a reflow or some kind of oven or something. All right, looks like we got it this time. I do have a 9 or an FX 951. It's a great station. T15, I believe. Yeah, the tip I'm using is a T15 JSO2 tip. I have a lot of different sizes and styles, but that one's like my go-to. I hate to say it, but I almost did a better soldering job on this second connector than I did the first one. Oh, except I have a bridge. I've got a little bridge right there. Don't want to leave that. Come on. That's just the alcohol burning off. Not a big deal. Still solid. Goody goody. Any more bridges? No. Okay. Goody goody. I'm gonna use a little 430C. Sorry for the noise. I use 430C with Amtech. Yep, 559. I got some other kinds of flux too. I have some Kester liquid flux. I really like that, but it's expensive, so I don't use it a lot. Yeah, I gotta say, those pins look much better than the first shot. That's good. Guess I'm glad I redid it. Though not really, because I wasted those. Well, wasted other connector. Yes, 430 degrees Celsius. Yep, I mean, I adjusted it when I need to, but... I don't know if you can see that or not. With that temp, and you're not going bad. Oh, wait. Oh. What? Oh, that's my hot air temp. Oh, no, I use... Oh, yeah, no, I don't use that hot... I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the hot air station. No, I use like 600 on the Fahrenheit on the... I use 600 Fahrenheit on the Hacko. No bent pins this time. Alright, well, looks like we're back to where we were before the connector debacle started happening. Let's go to overhead. Yeah, on the Hacko, I use 630 Fahrenheit, sorry. I take really good care of my tips. Like, I tin them a lot. I leave them tinned all the time, and I go through maybe one tip a year, if that. Yeah. There you go, 320C, yeah. Sorry about that. Alright, let's do this again, shall we? How many times I gotta put this computer together before it will work? I am hungry and my food is waiting for me. Let's see what we got for connector resistance this time. Darn it, forgot to put the little duct, little rubber shroud on. At least I got some good trackpad connector soldering practice out of that. Jeez. This little fan shroud, this little thing does not want to cooperate. No, don't do that. You stay down there. Stinking thing. Oh man, this has got to be amusing to you guys. Seeing me, I'm all frustrated. It's got to be a laugh and a half. I know I'd be laughing. Yeah, micromade. Yeah, after buying a bunch of them, I buy the good ones. I don't buy the, like, no offense to anyone who buys the cheap eBay ones, but I buy the good ones that are like they're like $30 a piece. After ruining about 6 or 7 of them, kind of learned how to take better care of them. And now I can usually make a tip last for that tip have had for about over a year. Then I have other ones. I have different style. Like I have a knife tip. I have a JS01, and then yeah, I have different tips that I use for different purposes. Like you, I'm sure, like everybody has. I'm sure you have more than one soldering iron tip. Man, this shroud does not want to cooperate at all. This thing just does not want to go in its spot. Nothing wants to give old Tim a break tonight, man. Just want to give me grief. What I'm curious about is I want to see if sorry, I apologize. I know this is kind of boring, but I want to fully assemble this computer and turn it on and make sure the fan isn't ramping up high because I could be having another issue. Pretty sure it was just that connector was broken and I damaged it further by stabbing it with tweezers, which I'm sure helped it in its demise. I have maybe 7 from that tips. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just have like 3 or 4 different styles that I use, but I have lots of spares. I have at least 4 or 5 JSO2 spare tips because I've ran into the problem before where I only bought one and it broke, and so I couldn't even do any repairs because I had to wait for the tip to come that I ordered. Yeah, that was another valuable lesson that I learned. Like, always buy more than one. Sorry, my eyes are old. I'm gonna have to use the microscope to get this antenna cable tucked back in. I can't see that well. Oh, gotcha, yeah. I've never understood that. It's so unfortunate that, you know, other countries have to jump through hoops and pay out the nose to get products. I just don't think that's fair. But I mean, what do I know? I'm not a government man. taxes and import duties and all that. I know this, speaking of that, this board I've shipped to another country and I've had to pay exorbitant shipping fees and stuff like that, and these boards are not worth a whole heck of a lot. You know, my good name is, you know, the only reason why I choose to fix and send this board out as, you know, many times as I did or whatever, because I'd rather have the customer be happy. You know, it has nothing to do with the money. To me, these boards are not, you know, not worth a whole lot of money. All right, sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah. I know that stuff's, that's insane. All right, well, now putting that back together was less painless this time as well. Let's see if I can install a touchpad cable without butchering it. I've only done this like 1,000 times. I hope you guys are watching. You can see what I'm doing. Let me check. What am I looking at here? Yeah, okay. Let's see how easy this cable goes in. Oh, are you gonna fight with me now too? Oh no, there we go. Ha. Easy peasy. Thank you for not being a pain. Let's see. Let's get these battery screws back in. Do you have AID? An A1466 4924 all power rails fine. SMC was reballed, but cycles between 110 170 milliamps. That could be U1900. Is it U1900 or U1950? Check all sys power good. CPU coils are about 40 ohms. I think that sounds right. I think they need to be between 12 and, or at least 12. Yeah, you don't have 2 or 0 ohms. So that's good. Yeah, 110 to 170 milliamps sounds like you're missing all sys power good or some power rail. This is a good looking battery. Sorry. Squirrel. Alright, before I jinx myself and put the bottom cover on, I'm going to turn this on and see if the fan spins up on high. And see if we have Wi-Fi. Oops. I didn't have that cable plugged in all the way. That's not good. Oops, don't knock your IPA bottle over. Yeah, not a problem. Are you turning on yet, or what are you doing? There we go. Yeah, the fan's not spinning on high again, so that's good. It was that connector. I damaged it probably from being silly. I'm going to throw a couple bottom screws into this and yeah, I don't touch Big Sur. I think I have Big Sur on one of my machines. I think it's a 2014, an A1502, the one you're talking about. I think I put Big Sur on there just for, I can't remember why, but everything else is Catalina or older. Like, there we go. All right. Well, oop, that's one too many. As you can see, the board is working, of course. I mean, it was working before. It was the wireless LAN that was messed up, and our touchpad and all that works. Yep, there you go. You can see we have a nice arrangement of Wi-Fi signals. I hate Big Sur. Yeah, I don't like it either. My next video is going to be... I hate this lag. The next video is going to be of me fixing this. This is my little USB-C ammeter. The connector is broken off, cold solder joint, so I'm going to repair that. But anyway, this little MacBook Air board is fixed again. We're going to leave it in this computer for a while and test it and make sure everything works. We blew 2 touchpad connectors on it because I went a little crazy on the soldering on the first one and melted it, and so those pins were probably bent up because it was my fault, and so we tried a different method the second time and that worked out great. So now we have a happy little board with Wi-Fi. Yep. Does it have camera? Does my camera work? Yep. Camera works. LCD backlight work. Yep. Works just fine. Keyboard backlight. You can't see because my overhead light is too bright. There, it's up all the way. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good working board. And then now has Wi-Fi again. Wi-Fi has been resurrected. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and power myself down and go get some food. Shut you down and declare you repaired by Reflow the Smc with BIOS program. 12 euros. Wow. Is there a chance to write the BIOS program empty MCMC? I think there is, but you have to have some kind of special programmer, and I'm not aware of it. So I hate Reflow SMCs myself because it's not really that difficult once you've practiced and done it a few times. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and watching me mess up a couple connectors and figure out what's going on with the Wi-Fi on that board. I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. But I want to wish you guys a good night, a good day, depending on where you're at in the world. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.